Hello, it's me again. Today I'm going to show you my video CD collection of Disney's Bambi. Just like the previous videos of Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs and Pinocchio, the comparison videos, I happen to have three different versions of Bambi from three different movie distributors in Indonesia. The first one is from Ardia Insani International. It is the distributor well known to release old movies, including old Disney movies. The second version is from Buddha Video. This distributor also well known for releasing old Disney movies but with bilingual versions. And the third and the last one is from Vision. Vision is the actual or the real partner of Disney, so this is the official distributor of Disney movies in general. So these three distributors are just similar to the distributors of Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs and Pinocchio that I used as the comparison. And today I am going to make the comparison also, of course, of these different versions to know how the restoration works and what's the difference between the original 1942 version and the newer version after restoration, which is Bambi in Diamond Edition. It was the very first time Bambi was released on Blu-ray, and it's in Diamond Edition. So without any further ado, let's just start to take a look at this Bambi collection of mine. Okay, as you can see, I have three different versions of Bambi. So the same movie, but three different versions. Actually, the exact same versions like Snow White and Pinocchio. This version is the actual 1942 version, I presume. And the second one is Buddha Video, the bilingual version, and I have the Vision version. This first one is from Ardia Insani International. This is it belongs to the cartoon collection selections. So this is just like Snow White and Pinocchio, the previous movies, but the difference is that it's only in a single disc, because actually Bambi is rather shorter than Snow White and Pinocchio, so the entire movie is fit on a single disc. So this is actually from Cartoon Collection. Take a look at that. Similar to Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, and I also have 101 Dalmatians. So these are all Disney movies. Now we're going to move to the second version, that is from Buddha Video. This is the bilingual version of Bambi, but again, this is also the non-remastered, so very old video. And take a look at that. The design of the front cover and all the box is like a DVD actually. And let's just take a look at the design of the disc inside. And this one is also a single disc, but Buddha Video always make a single disc. They're forced to make Snow White a single disc. They cut a lot of scenes from that movie, and also Pinocchio too. And there's the Diamond Edition. As you can see, I have the video CD. This is the video CD version of Bambi, the Diamond Edition. Take a look at that. That is the design for the back cover. And we're going to check the design for the disc. Take a look at that. This is quite interesting because the previous versions of Bambi, they're all in single disc, but this version, it's on two discs. But I guess that is because this version has trailers and all, so they need to split the movie in two discs. And I also have the DVD version, so exactly the same version of movie but the different format. This is actually the DVD, but the similar design for the cover and all. And let's try to take a look at the design for the disc. And the design for the disc is similar to the video CD version, so there's nothing much that we can talk about with that one. But there's something interesting that I would like to do today, because I'm going to make sure that this version, that this Ardia Insani, is indeed the old version from 1942. So what we're going to do is that I happen to have quite a lot of collection of Disney's Magic English, like from years ago, from my time in kindergarten or something. So take a look at that. And this has the old version of Bambi. This one, the episode Cooking in the Forest. Take a look at that. So there's a scene, the fire scene, the final scene of Bambi. Take a look at that. There, it's included here. That there's a family of badger or a raccoon, and in one frame the raccoon appears to has a kid. But in the next scene, or in the next frame, in the next couples of frames, the kid magically disappears and magically appears in a different place. And we're going to check that in order to know whether the Ardea Insani is actually the original release of Bambi from 1942, so an altered version of that. We're going to check that. And if the Ardea Insani version, if the Bambi video CD that I have is actually showing the exact same mistake as the Magic English video, so we can be sure that this is the actual version, the 1942 version of Bambi, so before any attempt of restoration. And before I go to the Buddha video version, I would like to show you that the comparison between the Magic English version and the Ardea Insani, finding the similarities so we can be sure that this is the actual 1942 version of Bambi. Okay, so now I am opening the file from Magic English video CD. It plays now. And I'm going to search for the scene from Bambi. No, not this one. Try to fast forwards again. No, again. This is from The Fox and the Hound. Not this one. This is Peter Pan. No. Let's move again. No, not this one. This is Alice. This is it. This is the scene from Bambi, but we're going to find a specific scene. Let's try to go back a little bit. No, not this one. Here, no, this is not this one. Which one? No, not this one. It's yeah, this is it. Try to take a look at that. Can you notice there's a mistake there? Can you notice the mistake? Let's try to play it once again. And take a look at that. This cup suddenly moves to that place. Take a look at that. So did you notice that? Let's try once again to make sure that you notice the mistake in this particular scene. Take a look at that little raccoon over there. See, it disappears and moves to that place. So now we're going to check the Ardea Insani. I've made screenshots from the movie and I've edited the picture so we can see whether the version from Ardea Insani is actually the actual 1942 version or not. So this is the screenshot from Ardea Insani version. Take a look at that. The cup is there. In one moment it's there and it's still there, and then the next it disappears and moves to a different place. So it's actually similar to the Magic English version, and now I can be sure that this version is the original 1942 version without any restoration. But I wonder whether they fixed this in the restoration, because they did actually. They did fix this mistake in the restoration. So I took screenshots from the Diamond Edition and they fixed the problem already. We're going to take a look at that now. This is the scene taken from the Diamond Edition. Take a look at the cup, it's there. The next, it's still there and it remains there. And the mistake is now gone. So we know for sure that the Ardea Insani is the original version and it's eligible for comparison. So now we're going to do the side-by-side comparison between the Ardea Insani version of Bambi and the version, which is the Diamond Edition version of Bambi. And okay, so here's the comparison. I think it's pretty clear which one is which. On the right is the Diamond Edition, the restoration version, and on the left is the RDR N70 version, or the original 1942 version of Bambi. I think it's pretty clear, the difference. You can notice the difference. The difference is very noticeable. Like on the right, the Diamond Edition is more sharp. The image is sharper. The contrast is better. The color is, everything is better. The clearer the background is, you can see that the background is much clearer in the Diamond Edition. But I think I would like to comment that compared to Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs and Pinocchio, the restoration doesn't really make that huge of a difference compared to Snow White. When we saw Snow White, the 1937 version, and the 2008 version, the Diamond Edition, the difference is really huge. And in Pinocchio also, the fact that we're missing a lot of background, a lot of stuff, on the background is quite annoying in the original version. And with the restoration, it really helps the audience to really grasp the glory of the animation. But with the Bambi, yes, the Diamond Edition is clearer, yes, it is brighter, it is better, it is sharper, but if we really take a look at this carefully, it's not really that big of a deal. I mean, it is important and it is necessary, and it is good that we have this restoration, and I am happy that they have this restoration. Take a look at this scene in the meadow, but again, we can still see things pretty much as clear in the 1942 version. But my best guess is that because Bambi was released in 1942, while Snow White is 37 and Pinocchio is 40, so it's kind of more advanced. It should be more advanced in terms of technology than Snow White and Pinocchio. But now we're just going to take a look at these two scenes of Bambi in the meadow. Take a look at that. Well, the color of the grass, the green is greener, of course, and the deers, they all look their color, they're brown, but the brown is more vivid in the Diamond Edition. Take a look at that. And the detail, of course, the log over there, the detail is vivid, more vivid. And again, the grass, the meadow, the color of the deer. And take a look at the contrast in that scene of the Great Prince of the Forest. My biggest admiration for the Diamond Edition is that, take a look at the background of the sky. The sky in the 1942 edition is kind of white, so it's like the problem with Pinocchio when the blue fairy comes in and then the scene's just like all white. Take a look at that. But in Bambi, the Diamond Edition, it looks, when it's supposed to be blue, then it looks blue, and it's supposed to be white, then it looks white. Take a look at the color of the grass, the background by Tyrus Wong over there, and the detail of there's not so difference really, but let's take a look at that once again. See the difference, and this is the scene of the dog chase. That is Feline, and the Diamond Edition is smoother in dealing with fast movements like this. Take a look at that. now we are moving to the fire scene. And unlike the previous comparisons, I think in this particular scene you can really appreciate the Diamond Edition, the restoration that Disney Studios had done for us. Take a look at that, the detail, the color. The key is the color. The color in the Diamond Editions, they're just more vibrant and clearer. The orange looks more orange, the red looks redder, the black looks blacker, everything looks more vibrant and vivid and brave, you know. And take a look at the river over there, the flows of the river, the splashing. In the Diamond Edition they look even more vivid. And take a look at that, how the fire is burning that tree. Take a look at that. It's just amazing. I think this is the part that really looks that the Diamond Edition is way superior than the old version. Take a look at that. The color of the water in the Diamond Edition is really blue. It's kind of pure blue, but in the old version it was plain white, almost like white. And this is the fire, the forest on fire, and of course the color. And take a look at that contrast in the river, and the animals and everything is just clearer and cleaner. And this is the mistake. Take a look at that. Yep, in the Diamond Edition they fixed the mistake of that little raccoon over there. Take a look at that. This is a beautiful shot, I think. But another reason that why I think that this restoration is maybe not as clear or as vivid as Snow White and Pinocchio in terms of clarity or missing out the details in the background is that because while the animals in Bambi, they're more realistic than those in Snow White and Pinocchio, I think the background, the design of the background is probably less detailed. So in Pinocchio and Snow White there are far greater details in the background because there are buildings and all with bricks. We need to see that, of course. In Pinocchio, inside Monstro the whale, we can see the bones of Monstro's moving, and you know, lots of structures that needs detail. And later in Sleeping Beauty you can see the ultimate details in animation. But in Bambi, yes, they pursue the realism and the deer, they look really real, but the background looks not as detailed as the previous movies. But I think that is also the key point that makes the movie so charming to me. I love Bambi the movie. I love the design of the background by Tyrus Wong. It's just beautiful. And in the Diamond Edition, there's an introduction by Diane Disney Miller, praising also the work of Tyrus Wong. And I think Bambi is one of the best Disney movies ever. And now let's move to the Buddha video version. I almost forgot about that. Now I'm going to play the Buddha video on my computer, and I'm going to show you the picture quality and all of that vision. Let's just start now.
Nyanyian cinta yang manis. Menurutku itu sebuah gangguan. Ya, itu bahkan bisa terjadi.
Okay, I have shown you all that I wanted to show. I have shown you the Bambi movie collections that I own. I have shown you the versions of these particular movies. There are 3 different versions and all. I showed you the comparison, the side-by-side comparison of Bambi, the Diamond Edition, and the 1942 version. I have shown you the proof that the Bambi from Ardia Insan is indeed the actual Bambi from 1942. And actually the point of this video is that because I found that making this kind of video is kind of fun, and with the Snow White and Pinocchio I had a lot of fun in making those videos, and I get to appreciate the Disney movies even more with the restorations. And I think I've done what I wanted in this video, and I'm going to say, if you like this video, please hit the like buttons, and maybe you consider to subscribe, but then again I'm going to just say thank you very much for watching, and goodbye.